Ancient wonders. The River Nile. The desert. The wonderfully blue Red Sea. The Sinai. And gorgeous resorts. The old and the new treasures of Egypt. I begin my journey in the ancient riverside city of Luxor, cruising through the Nile Valley to the southern city of Aswan. Luxor was once home to the ancient civilization of Thebes, and history here dates back about 6,000 years. It's when you visit a place like this that you truly appreciate how short a human lifespan is and how enduring human achievement can truly be. Now, most of this temple complex was built by King Amenhotep III during the 18th Dynasty. And that makes it about, well, 3,500 years old. What's even more incredible is that was part of Egypt's modern kingdom. Now, just imagine what came before that. The size and grandeur of Luxor's wonderfully preserved monuments has made this area the greatest attraction after the pyramids. And when you visit Luxor Temple, it's not hard to see why. Here you'll find colossal statues of Ramses II, who added extra embellishment to the temple, along with Tutankhamun, Alexander the Great, and a succession of Christian Romans. In this place you can see the evidence of different ages of history. Over the top of the Egyptian carvings and hieroglyphics you see the remains of plaster, and here also these Greek-Roman columns. This shows that around 500 years after the birth of Christ, this area was once used as a Christian church. Up there, the remains of a painting of the Last Supper. Now, all the hieroglyphics and carvings here tell a different story. This one talks about Habi, the Egyptian god of the Nile. Habi has the body of a woman, depicting fertility, and the face of a man, and that represents strength. Now here, Habi, of course, connects the lower and upper Egypt, connecting the two parts of the country together. And here we see the lungs, suggesting that the Nile itself breathes the life into Egypt. I then took a tour of modern-day Luxor. Right here is the Winter Palace, where Agatha Christie stayed during the filming of Death on the Nile. I'm going to head now to the local markets, and the best way to get there, well, take a horse and carriage. What's your name?
Horse?
Yes.
Rambo.
Rambo?
Yeah.
The horse is called Rambo. Wow. Is he very strong?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're Muhammad? How old are you? 15. Here we are. The markets here overflow with shisha pipes, local handicrafts and papyrus paintings.
This Nubian papyrus,
Yeah.
understand? And this Egyptian. This Egyptian,
These look amazing. These are Egyptian plates.
this Egyptian plate.
Wow, look at the size of that.
This will be about 80 centimeters square.
Wow, that's incredible.
This is not heavy.
All
This made
hand-
of all by handmade.
I then made my way to the temples of Karnak. This is an awesome complex filled with sanctuaries, obelisks, pylons and courtyards dedicated to the Theban gods and the glory of the ancient pharaohs.
Karnak is huge. In fact, it's actually 6 temples within this mighty complex. At one point, it was the most important place of worship in all of Egypt, home to the god Amun, god of all gods.
The Temple of Amun also includes a large sacred lake. My next destination was on Luxor's west bank, the famous Valley of the Kings, a scorching hot and desolate burial place where the ancients believed death was conquered by immortality.
So in this valley, you'll find the tombs of some of Egypt's greatest pharaohs, including the tomb discovered by Howard Carter in 1922, that of the young pharaoh Tutankhamun. Now, one of the reasons this valley was chosen as the final resting place for the pharaohs was because Mount Corner here has a natural shape of a pyramid. Now, about 62 tombs have been unearthed here in the valley, and who knows how many more are yet to be discovered. Now, we're about to enter the tomb of Merenptah. He was the son of the great pharaoh Ramses II, and it's believed that Merenptah actually ruled during the time of the prophet Moses.
The tomb walls are decorated with stunning hieroglyphics that are carefully preserved. Merenptah was the 13th and sole surviving son of Ramses II when he became pharaoh around the age of 60.
Now imagine how exciting it was for archaeologists just slowly digging away, wondering if theirs would be the discovery of a lifetime.
A lonely granite sarcophagus is all that remains here.
Unfortunately, like with many of these tombs, tomb robbers stole all of the treasures, but they did leave behind the sarcophagus, and this is its cover.
I ventured on past the former homes of Lord Carnarvon and Howard Carter, who financed and discovered Tutankhamun's famous tomb, and then onto the village of Gurna, where the residents continue the tradition of painting their homes with hieroglyphics and family histories. In this place, time often seems to stand still.
The past and the present converges here in Egypt. Below are the tombs of the nobles, and up above, the houses of local villagers.
From the desert sands, the cool water of the Nile beckon.
Now, books have been written about it and movies have been made about it, but there's no better way to experience the Nile than to cruise this waterway for yourself. Now, my vessel for the next few days is the Liberty, and she's going to take me on one of the most luxurious and romantic journeys on Earth.
The river would be my highway for the days ahead. My journey through the Nile Valley continues after the break.